Exploring artifacts, photographs, keepsakes, and beyond of one of the world's most infamous ships with Titanic, the human story, happening right here in Austin. Joining us now is the General Site Manager, John Ashley. John, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
This is exciting that we have the Titanic right here in town. I mean, not the actual Titanic, but we have a lot of artifacts, don't we? What exactly is this exhibit?
Yeah, so good point. We have about 200 original unique artifacts. We have a lot of life-size recreations, so it's a very immersive tour. It's audio guided, so you go through and just take a bit of a step back in time, and there's just so much to learn, just so many just amazing, unique artifacts in the exhibit.
You did use the word immersive, and so I want to pick you a little bit more on that. Talk to me about how this is an immersive exhibit.
So it really highlights the stories of the passengers and the crew that were there. And with the audio guide, you're hearing testimonials, you're hearing stories from passengers. The life-size recreations are just very fascinating. In addition to the artifacts, so it's not just a display of artifacts with different types of information. It really gives you an opportunity to step in that space a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing that this is all from survivors, or do we have information from those who didn't make it off the ship?
It's a big combination of both.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there are a lot of artifacts that were retrieved from those who perished.
Wow.
There were a lot of artifacts that literally they kept with them as they boarded lifeboats. It's just a wild combination. It's things that were retrieved out of the water as rescue ships were going back to the site and just literally picking out pieces of wood and just other pieces of debris that were floating on the surface.
It gives you chills, and it's more than 100 years later.
Yes.
What do you feel like sets this apart from other exhibits? Because Titanic as an idea, as a museum, it's not unheard of.
Right. And I think this goes beyond a lot of the basic facts. I feel like most of us know all of the tidbits, all the facts about what happened.
It on the 14th, sank on the 15th.
Exactly. But this exhibit really highlights the emotional and the human story of the passengers and the crew that were on board. And you just really get a glimpse into what that experience must have been like.
Wow. I just watched a Netflix documentary about the Costa Concordia that also sank, and to see something in real time, people were saying it felt like the Titanic, that same sort of fear that you must have felt 100 plus years ago, not sure if you're getting in lifeboats, being told things that were not necessarily true. Really confusing for people.
I could only imagine this overwhelming feeling of dread.
Yeah.
Just must have been.
And for the people who got off the ship, amazing things. Any standout moments or pieces that you want to mention?
Absolutely. We have the necklace that was the inspiration for the Heart of the Ocean.
No, you're kidding.
No, I'm serious.
I didn't think that was a real thing.
It's a real thing. So we have the necklace that was the inspiration. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's much smaller. It's of course, Hollywood tends to.
Sure, it's real carrots.
Yeah,
Instead
exactly.
of Hollywood carrots.
But yeah, the necklace itself and the original passenger's story you learn in the exhibit. I don't want to spoil that too much. Another crowd favorite, one of my favorites as well, is we have basically a recreation of a iceberg.
Really?
So guests can come and touch, feel the iceberg, and get a sense of what the water temperature must have felt like in the northern Atlantic.
Yeah, freezing.
Hard
as nails. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Anything you want visitors to walk away with? Some sense of the human stories that happened here, or something new?
I think it really is just that, is going beyond the facts and just really getting a more comprehensive and intimate understanding of the passengers and the crew. It's just so fascinating to me that there's just such a large diversity of passengers that were on board. So many different stories, so many people that were on that ship for so many different reasons. And just how they all of their stories, it just came to intersect on the ship.
I will say I've seen a menu of like the final night of the Titanic.
Yes.
And to even read what people were eating is fascinating. Yeah.
We do have one of the menus as part of our display. So yeah, things like that are just so fascinating.
It's such a slice of life. I love that. Okay, where is this located and roughly how long does the exhibit take? You know that my attention span is probably not as good as it could be because of so much social media use.
I can relate. So we're right here in Austin, Texas. We're located at 11,000 Middle Fiskville Road. The exhibit generally takes about an hour and a half plus. Just kind of depends on how extensive you want to get with it. It's audio guided, so you really have the opportunity to go at your own pace as well.
Would you say it's family friendly?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it's really great for all ages, families, history buffs. It's great for students, older generation. There's really something there.
Something new to learn for everybody. Okay. Yeah. And then how long will y'all be in town?
So tickets are available right now until August 16th.
Okay, so it's not that much longer.
Exactly, so now's your chance.
Okay, sounds good to me, John. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, for more information, visit titanicexhibition.com/Austin. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by the Drive Away for Education raffle. The Texas Yes Drive Away for Education raffle is in full swing, and you can participate for a chance to win a brand new vehicle, all while helping provide school supplies to students in need. Executive Director Danielle Gunter is here to tell us more. And Danielle, for those viewers who aren't familiar with Texas Yes, can you remind us about your organization and your mission?
Yes, so for 30 years, our main goal has been providing educational support primarily to elementary students that are in Title I areas. And we've expanded our services to help also support middle school, and then some of our programs also support high schools as well. But really, our whole thing is just bridging the educational gap between schools that are not Title I and the Title I schools that we serve. So one of our biggest programs is our Box of Dreams, where we provide free school supplies to Title I elementary students across Texas. Here in the Austin area, we support Del Valle ISD, and it's a really exciting time. We've been partnered with them for the last several years, and so we go into their elementary schools. We hand every student a free school supply kit, everything so that they can go to school, feel confident, have the tools to be successful in the classroom.
Your annual Drive Away for Education campaign is underway. Talk to us about how this campaign supports students across Texas and a little bit more about it.
Yes, so we're in our 9th year. We're really excited, and our goal is simple. We want to give away a brand new vehicle thanks to Thomas J. Henry, but in return, every time that a viewer purchases a raffle ticket, it's actually going to help 3 students receive a free school supply kit, which is really a big win for the students and for the viewers as well. So again, we've been partnered with Thomas J. Henry. He has actually bumped up the opportunity. So in the past, we started with 2 cars or 3 cars, and now we have the option for a grand prize winner to choose from 6 different vehicles. So there's a little something for everybody, smaller SUVs, there's a truck, and we do have an electric vehicle this year, the Volkswagen ID Buzz.
But there's also lots of other opportunities to win.
Yes, so since mid-June, we have been doing weekly drawings where anybody who's purchased a raffle ticket is entered to win. They can win a $250 gift card. We will continue that through the end of the campaign, which is August 9th, and they're still eligible to win the grand prize. And not only is somebody going to win a brand new vehicle, but we're also going to give away a $4,000 shopping spree, a $2,500 gas gift card, which everybody can use right now.
It's a wonderful time to get in on raffle tickets. So yes. Talk to me, how can we purchase them?
So viewers can go online to texasyesproject.org. They can purchase their tickets 1 for $25, 3 for $50, or 10 for $100, which is a really good deal. All of the vehicles that are available for the grand prize winner range from a value of $43,000 up to $60,000. So for $100, really great opportunity to win.
Wonderful that it's giving back to so many students in need. Danielle, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Get your raffle tickets today at texasyesproject.org. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by the Drive Away for Education raffle. Welcome back, everybody. There are a lot of little nerves out there as school is about to begin. For those going for the very first time, a local author can help. We have Kia Sweeney in the studio today, who has written Ruru's kindergarten debut. How sweet. Kia, good morning.
Good morning.
So you're a mama yourself. Let's talk about what inspired you to write your book.
Yes, it's actually a very personal story. My oldest son is getting ready to start kindergarten this year.
Very exciting.
It's so exciting. As excited as we are, it is also a time of saying goodbye to, a season of teachers and classmates and a community that's just felt like family. Many of the children that are in this class are going to different schools. So it's not just starting kindergarten, but it's also starting over with new classmates in the hopes of finding new friends. And one thing that's brought my son a little comfort is he has this stuffed koala that he absolutely adores, has had it for years. My brother lives in Australia and brought it home as a gift for him one day. And it's been his little sidekick, but the inspiration for Ruru's friend in the story is the koala.
Oh.
And so I just wanted to write a story that reminds children it's okay to feel nervous and that they're not the only ones. And sometimes one small act of kindness and one just new friend could really help make a brand new place start to feel like home.
I think that's a really good point. And not everybody has been, for example, in preschool or pre-K or something like that, where they've gotten the idea of what's going to happen.
Exactly.
So there's a lot more structure that happens when we go to kindergarten. Does your book touch on that at all?
It's a big feeling, big feelings for kindergarten, and it's a huge change for kids. I think the fact that my book touches on those feelings and being a little bit braver and being ready to kind of just take that next hop is what I like to say.
I like that.
Is what's like really translated in the story.
Yeah, what can audiences expect from reading this?
It's Ruru's very first day of kindergarten, and he is excited, but he is so nervous, which I think a lot of parents and children can relate to. I know I am going to be bawling the first day of school.
At least you know that.
At least I know that. I'll bring tissues and everything. But, throughout the story, he realizes he's not the only one that's feeling that way. And then just having that little bit of bravery and that small act of kindness can really help turn something scary into a wonderful new adventure. And my hope is that families finish reading this and realize that they're a little bit more prepared and a little more excited for that first day.
Which is really wonderful. Okay, why do you think this is a good reading for little ones who are about to experience a big milestone?
I think one of the biggest things we can do is help children realize that their feelings are normal. Kindergarten is exciting. It's going to be very exciting for them, but like I said, it is also such a big change. And reading about a character who's experiencing those same emotions helps children put those feelings into words. And I think also having families talk about those big feelings before the first day arrives is going to be very helpful too.
Yeah, this is social emotional learning right here.
Exactly.
This is wonderful. Can I ask why you chose a kangaroo? Is it from the inspiration of going down under?
Yeah. Because my brother lives in Australia, and he did bring the koala back to us before I started my entire series. It was just kind of something that picked out from the things that my kids loved. I used to read them stories or create stories on my own, and they loved the kangaroo character, and so I was like, okay, let's do this.
And we have to follow up on that, because this is actually how you got started as a writer.
Yes.
You were inventing stories, you just loved writing, you decided to put pen to paper.
I did. Bedtime was our favorite time because it was just time of making up stories for the kids, and my kids just gravitated towards the fun adventures that we would create, which is why I created the Adventures of Ruru series. I think it's a time where we can really discuss different childhood milestones like self-expression, confidence, bedtime routines, and now kindergarten. And it's just been really exciting for them to gravitate towards all of those.
So are you touching on your other book topics? Because this is not
Yes,
Ruru's
no.
first day out.
This is not Ruru's first day out, no. I have two other books, Ruru Dressed in Blue. That one is the self-expression and confidence. And then Ruru needs sleep too for bedtime routines.
And you're good at rhyming.
I try. I've realized that for kids, especially at this age, the rhyming convention really helps them learn to read too and just like relate to the book, and they want to continue to read it because it's so repeatable.
Oh, good point there. Okay. You've not only done books, but you've also done printable activities, classroom discussion guides, and more. Talk to me about those.
Yeah, so I wanted to really continue the conversation past the last page. So I created these free companion resources for families and educators. One being a classroom discussion guide, a parent discussion guide. There's printable activities such as kindness bingo, spot the difference, even Ruru Mail, where children can receive Ruru letters monthly from Ruru, which I think is very exciting. But I just wanted to build a world where parents and teachers could be able to help children build confidence together.
Wonderful. And where can we get a hold of the Ruru series?
We can get a hold of the Ruru series on all major online booksellers such as Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target, and then also feel free to visit ruruthekangaroo.com to learn more about the series and also download the free printables.
And is Ruru's kindergarten debut already out?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a good time to read, moms,
It's
dads,
live.
parents, guardians, because we are not too far from the start of school, and I know it's going to be tough for you.
I know.
But I'm proud of you. You're going to be brave.
Thank you
and I know
so
your
much.
son's going to be brave too.
I think he will.
I appreciate you.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Rosie.
much. We appreciate it. Okay, join the Roo crew and learn more about this sweet character at ruruthekangaroo.com.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by the Parker Publishers. Don Valley is a pilot who has taken his own background and put passion to paper in his debut novel called Flying Into Darkness. He joins us now to tell us more about this book. Don, let's start with this. So walk me through the first 60 seconds of a takeoff. What do you see? What do you hear? How does your body feel? And then tell me how much of that experience is actually on the page within this book.
That experience is exactly what's written in the book.
Yeah.
As far as it comes to my character Evan's first time flying when he went for his introductory flight, he was all excited about going for this flight and learning how to fly, and he was in the airplane, taxied out to the runway, and then his instructor took off, and he was excited and he felt good until he looked out the window and looked down at the ground, and his stomach flip-flops, and he realizes he's afraid of heights, and he didn't think he'd be able to learn how to fly. That's exactly how I felt on my introductory flight. I didn't think I'd be able to learn how to fly.
You know, most authors or novelists kind of have one sentence that they're maybe afraid to leave in the book. Is there one that stands out like that for you that you did leave in?
Geez, I don't know the exact sentence, but it's when at the end of the book when the character is standing in the prison yard and he looks up and he sees a plane fly over and he realizes he'll never be able to be free and fly again. And I could never imagine not being able to be in an airplane flying.
Yeah. For you, what made you willing to put something that you were so passionate about and so good at kind of, in a different perspective within the book?
Well, I had this story in my head for a long time about a pilot who becomes a serial killer. And I wasn't sure how I could convince a reader that this pilot would actually fly places to commit his murders.
Yeah.
And then I remembered my angel flight, and that gave me a reason to fly to different cities around the Northeast when I lived up there. And I figured, well, I can put that in the book, and that gives them reasons to go there.
So something I love about a book is when it really is a conversation starter, right? Or it causes two sides of a very specific topic. And for you, it's very Team Evan or Team Never Evan, which is interesting. So what's something that you kind of hope the readers are left thinking about, or just something they take away after reading this?
Well, the character Evan was very capable in hiding who he was. And I think it'll make people think that they don't really know who they're working alongside or standing next to or even married to. I mean, do you really know the person?
Yeah. Don, anything else that you want people to know about this book?
No, just that I had fun writing it, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay, very cool.
And it's my debut novel, and I never thought I'd write a book.
Well,
And
congratulations
here it is.
on it. It's very exciting. People can get their own copy of it. Don, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Learn more by visiting DonValleyAuthor.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by the Parker Publishers.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Landers Premier Flooring. We are talking about what's new today, what's cutting edge when it comes to design in flooring with Stephanie Landers, the owner of Landers Premier Flooring. And the first question I want to ask Stephanie is, why are you guys the experts in flooring?
Well, Rosie, we've been here about a little over 20 years now. We're a local-based Austin family-owned company. We have a great staff who's got an average, are experts in their industry. They've got an average of over 10 years experience in the flooring industry. And we've got this beautiful showroom with over 6,000 square feet of carefully vetted products for you to choose from for your home.
So many sights to see. Let's talk about some of the things that you're seeing, though, that are changing, especially when it comes to flooring. Let's maybe start with wood.
Yeah, well, we can start with wood, and we can talk overall about the changes we're seeing in coloration. And we're really going from these blue grays to more of a grayish and working toward the midtones, and we're really getting away from that blue-gray color, and everything's shifting a little bit more natural.
All right, talk to us about some of the other color trends you're seeing.
Sure.
And not only that, but plank size is changing a little bit.
Definitely. So we're still seeing a wider plank with 5-inch being the minimum, but we're seeing all the way up to 12 inches. With 8 inches being kind of the mid-range that we're seeing, and that's kind of where things are. And then colors, we're seeing these beautiful, rich caramel colors that you can see, you know, in the flooring, and that's something new that's changing in the design world overall too.
And then you told me pattern is something we're starting to see.
Pattern is awesome. It's just awesome. We're doing a lot of herringbones, chevron patterns, and custom design patterns, and it really gives a visual interest to it and adds a custom look to the house. You can do your entryway in that, and then you just put the regular planks on the rest of the wood throughout the house, so it really is a nice custom look for your home.
Let's talk about carpet for a minute if we can. You said the term to me, slow living.
Right. There's this whole slow living trend going on right now, and it's enveloping the design world too, where things are just being very calm. And so we're seeing the calming colors in the carpet, and we're seeing a lot of texture, a lot of layering, people putting rugs on top of wall-to-wall carpet, just getting that texture in their home and those nice, warm, back to nature kind of colors that soothe the mind. One of our favorites is cork. I mean, cork, long-standing, gives great durability, gives great cushioning underfoot, and it's so durable I even have cork shoes on. so yes, we just love our cork flooring, and so do our customers.
If someone's watching and they're thinking, okay, it's time, I need to address the floors in my house, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, very easily. They can just stop in our showroom. We're conveniently located by the Domain in North Austin on Burnett Road. Come on in, we'll show you everything, we'll talk about your project.
Yeah, you're known for lots, including being on the cutting edge of flooring.
We
Really
try.
cool stuff,
Thank
Stephanie.
You. Appreciate
Thank you.
Thank you, Rosie. Appreciate it.
Visit the showroom in person or call to schedule a free consultation appointment at the number on your screen. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Landers Premier Flooring. Okay, just when you thought you've seen Austin's barbecue scene, we've got another standout to add to your list. Joining us now are the owner and operator of Church Road Tejas Barbecue, Simon Madera, alongside pitmaster and chef Miguel Vidal. Guys, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Really good. Happy you guys are here, and it's smelling amazing in the studio. I love a good brisket. Okay, Simon, we're starting with you. Talk to us about Church Row and what folks can look forward to on the menu.
Well, as you guys know, a lot of people know Miguel. It's the Tex-Mex barbecue. We do craft barbecue and give it our little Latino Tejano twist. And yeah.
May I ask what a Latino Tejano twist would be?
We do the salsas, we do the spices and the chiles, and it's barbecue, but it's kind of spun with fun guacamole and spices.
And you've been owning restaurants for 15 years now, so talk to me about what makes this concept different.
Well, it's different because we have someone like Miguel on the team, right, as our chef and partner, and he brings such a dynamic to barbecue, right? And so
you're getting bragged on, Miguel.
And it's to eat it that we grew up in South Texas. I lived in McAllen, Texas as a kid, and we grew up eating backyard barbecue with tortillas and with salsas, and it speaks to our heritage. It's special.
Amazing. Yeah, and we do have salsas here. We have tortillas here. That is something that makes it stand out a little bit. Miguel, talk to us about your brisket smoking process. I know you can't give all your big secrets away, but tell me a little bit about how long you smoke, the kind of wood you use, that sort of thing.
Well, to kind of touch on what you asked Simon a while ago, like what makes it unique or what makes it Tejano or whatever, I feel like utilizing mesquite wood, which we're probably one of the few, or maybe one of the only 1 or 2 places that use mesquite wood for long cooks on brisket. I think that hits that dynamic of South Texas, and brings a certain flavor that's unique when most of Central Austin's using post oak.
Okay.
So it's like opposite notes there. The wood burns really hot. You just have to like control the fire, make sure you put in the right pieces of wood in. We go about 12, 14 hours on our brisket. Nice. And while most Central Texas is doing salt and pepper, or maybe salt, pepper, garlic, we make a red rub, which is kind of a blend of salt, pepper, garlic, and some chili spices. So that's kind of another addition that makes it unique. Making homemade flour tortillas, and just kind of trying to represent what I feel like is true Tejano cooking that's done around Texas.
Which is amazing. Okay, and you want to demo for us how to slice brisket. I was told off camera that lean and moist exist in the same cut. Is that true?
Oh yeah, because you have the point, and then you have the flat, which is otherwise known as the lean and moist. Right around here in the center, we're going to cut it right down the middle. And now you'll see our
I could watch
textures.
this all day. Yeah.
And I'll slice a few.
Oh, it smells incredible. So this has.
Are you gonna have some?
I would love to have some. People are going to see a lot of rub in my teeth, but. And so I see that you're slicing it kind of on different sides of the grain, so to speak. Talk to me about that.
Okay, so you have like the deco that runs through the center of the brisket, and you'll have the muscle where it changes. So when you're slicing the fatty part, you're gonna wanna cut the opposite way of the lean, because the muscle tenders to have 2 different textures there. If you were to slice this way, it's gonna shred up and not look nice.
Ah, okay.
So here you have our moist, and here you have lean brisket.
The lean brisket happening at the same time. Okay, I can see what you were talking about him being such a pro. He knows his stuff. Okay. What can people mess up when they're smoking brisket, Miguel?
I mean, shoot, I can mess up by not paying attention, right? But I think like when you're cooking at home, one of the biggest things I think people make mistakes on is under seasoning, number one. I think they're afraid that they're gonna over salt or not have enough seasoning on it, and a lot of times, just my own experience with friends and family, they under season it doesn't create the bark. It doesn't set.
And the bark is so important. That's the good stuff.
Right, it's a big piece of meat, so you gotta make sure you're kind of heavy on the rub. Use some sort of binders. People like to use mustard, olive oil, whatever. Wet the brisket first and then put your seasoning on. If you can get your hands on like 16 mesh pepper, kosher salt, those are really good ingredients to use to create the bark. And I think this time and patience and really controlling the fire and keeping it constant heat.
And is it constant high heat, constant low heat?
Well, it depends on how you want to cook, right? You can cook, there's great people that do high heat and cook briskets in 8 hours. I like kind of going low and slow. I cook about 250. And for me, it just makes the brisket a little bit more tender, gives it a little bit more flavor, especially I like the long cook on it, hot and fast, just different styles for different people. But.
Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you, your style is looking really good. I'm gonna let you plate up while I ask a little bit, Simon, about what else comes with the brisket when you guys eat at church roast.
So we do the pulled pork, right? We have all the traditional craft meats, the brisket, the pulled pork, the chopped brisket. We've got, we don't do turkey. We do whole chickens that we smoke and we pull.
And this is chicken.
This is one of our
chicken
appetizers.
Oh, it looks absolutely amazing.
And so those are smoked thighs that then he finishes off with some habanero mustard, which is this, and then a homemade barbecue sauce. And then he uses agave to kind of like char the outside. It's just a really fun, dish that's barbecue, but it also caters to a lot of people that don't want to eat fatty food.
And the salsa on top, real quickly.
That's our gangster salsa. Because it's so good.
Yeah.
It's a blend of tomatillos, poblano, onion, habanero, serranos, tomatoes, and garlic. And it gets charred and smoked. All the veggies get charred and smoked. So it's a fire roasted salsa.
It sounds
A little
delicious.
bit of heat. And this would be our signature taco, La Valentina.
Yep.
It looks amazing. Only open since October 2025. I'm hoping people flock to you. We'll have to leave it here, guys. Thank you both so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, for more information, visit churchrowbarbecue.com. Studio 512 is celebrating this morning. We've got a birthday to share. Nita Erickson, also called Goat, is turning 96 this week. Her great-granddaughter Becca wrote in to tell us about her. Look at this, what a spitfire. Becca says Goat is full of fiesta, life, and fun. She's also gotten a full upgrade now to great-grandma. Wow, her birthday was July 27th, but the family is celebrating together this weekend. It looks like it's going to be one for the books. Happy birthday, Goat. Folks, if you've got something you'd like to celebrate, send it on over for a chance at an on-air shout-out. Studio 512 at KXAN.com.
Y'all, I'm here in downtown Austin at the Fair Market where the brand new Art of Banksy Without Limits is going to be here all summer long. Y'all, there is so much to see and do around this building, so let's go check it out. I'm joined now by one of the exhibition's producers, Serena Balaku. Serena, thanks so much for having me out. I am pumped to be here.
I'm flattered.
Yes. Okay, so here's the thing. You guys just gave me a brief little tour. This space is amazing. And a lot of people may be familiar with the idea of Banksy or some of the work, but what exactly is this exhibit? What can people expect?
This exhibit, it's always we are presenting all over the world. By the way, this is our first stop ever in Austin, Texas.
Wow, well, welcome.
Yeah, we are thrilled to visit this nice city. I had very nice surprise to find such nice people and such nice city.
Yeah.
And this exhibition it's an educational exhibition. It's a tour across the Art of Banksy history, and it's trying to present the Art of Banksy from all its perspectives. And we try to put even more to put the Art of Banksy to have our little touch, and we created some installations related to the Art of Banksy. For example, we created video mapping over his famous frame, the Parliament. Yeah. And we created a story with real codes of Banksy, real public codes of Banksy into the hologram room.
Wow.
We are trying to create an atmosphere that Banksy is there and he's talking from his atelier with his codes, to the public. And the most attractive and the most applauded installation in our tour is the Infinity Room. It's a room all dressed in mirrors.
Wow.
Yeah, with a projection of a movie that was done by our artist, with the music composed by our artists, and with the slides, with some slides presenting the Art of Banksy, especially related to the war and with the Palestinian war and all these kind of situations happening in the world, all these social happenings in the world. Yeah, so expect to see, to have an educational tour about the Art of Banksy, and expect to get out shocked, because the Art of Banksy is not a digestible.
Yeah.
It's shocking, but it's very interesting, because behind each artwork, it's a very serious and tough subject.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about this exhibition?
My favorite part, I could say, that is the timeline, because we work a lot to be as much as possible explicit to the people, and we try to to put all the information as short as possible. We also have the book of the exhibition where you can find the artworks more explained than on the simple explanation next to each artwork. And also the exhibition has an application where the artworks are explained more extensively.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Now, as you said, this is your first time with this in Austin. I know you guys have traveled this exhibit all across the world. So why was it important to bring it to Austin, and why are you excited that it's here?
We've chosen, many people are asking me why we've chosen Austin. It's because it's a very cultural city, because of the university campus, because we'd like to change the world with all these messages of Banksy. We will try to make the world better by touring this exhibition and making people to understand that the life is not only about money, that it's about social involvement. It's about loving each other.
I love that.
Yeah, and it's about more important things that are nowadays unfortunately forgotten by many people in this routine of living.
Yeah, well, I love that message about life is meant, life is about loving each other. I think that's really important.
Yes.
Serena, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
You do not want to miss out all the fun here at the Art of Banksy Without Limits right here inside Fair Market. You guys have until September 7th to come check it out. Visit online on the website and social media for more information.
Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by the Texas Yes Project, Parker Publishers, and Landers Premier Flooring.